Well, good evening from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. And this looks way different than where I'm normally at. So I'm down here. We're looking at this road is the end of 9 Mile Road. Turns into a dirt road down there. And there's like a wetland over this way. And it goes right there. And you can see the river back there. And since I was here last, there's now a gate, a locked gate. It says the U.S. Border Patrol or Customs and Border Patrol only past that point. I'll probably throw in a picture there. So that's why I'm not out there. So I'm down here at 9 Mile Point because if we can get some focus here. Come on. There we go. So the Honorable James L. Oberstar grounded out there around Johnson's Point on the 8th. Today is the 10th, I think. And so they went to Acre, put out all their oil soaking booms, all that. The Kaye E Barker pulled up next to them today. And if I go a little left, you might see the cutter spar there, U.S. Coast Guard spar there. And you know, we're about a mile away here. So I came a little prepared with my camera and my telescope. So yeah, we're about to get a much closer look here. So I'll switch over there right about now. Okay, here we are. So I'm in like a weird zoom here. Well, the telescope doesn't have zoom. It's one focal length, and I think it's right around 600 millimeter equivalent. So I can't zoom in or out, and I also cannot adjust the aperture. All I can do is adjust the shutter speed up and down. So that's what I'm working with here. But if I rotate, hopefully not making any mistake there, you can see the Oberstar on the left and Kaye E Barker on the right. And I don't know, I imagine the plan is to offload from the Oberstar into Kaye E Barker. So Kaye E Barker then can continue hauling the load. I think they're going to Marquette. I can't remember now. I think they're hauling limestone though, if I remember right. So I believe that's the plan. But I can't really tell. Can you tell if they're unloading? I'd imagine they'd have it swung over. You know, the Oberstar is sitting quite a bit lower because, of course, they're loaded. So they'd have to have that boom up, I think. But I don't know. I'll have to review this on the computer to see if we can see anything. There. So if I try to rotate, there's some dual boat booties right there. And we keep going. There's a bush. And I also should mention I have to manually focus the telescope as well. So there's a good chunk of the Coast Guard cutter spar. Oh yeah, that's still in focus. So I was driving up and down this road trying to find a spot where I could not have many obstructions. So this is about the best spot, and I'm sure you notice I'm standing in the bed of my truck. So there we go. There is, can we see it? I'm trying to do this slowly because we are really zoomed in here. And the telescope has no image stabilization, so I'm sure it's a little shaky. Although I probably stabilized it some in post here. But there's also a barge. I can't remember the name of the barge. Can we see him? Maybe through those bushes there you can see the barge with a crane on it. So I do not know what their job with all this is. You know, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I do believe, though, you should see, I think, 2 smaller vessels here on the the left side here of the Oberstar. Correct, I zoomed in here. They might be Coast Guard small boats. I don't know. The one on the left looks like a Coast Guard small boat. But, you know, they could also be boats coming from the spar, you know, because several on the Coast Guard cutter spar. So there we go. I've never seen anything like this before, and I can't really say I wanted to see anything like this. I'm sure that's true of most everyone. When I saw pictures earlier, the Oberstar had their boom way off to the left there, hanging out there. So I just can't tell from this angle if it's still hanging out to the left or what. It does look like, though. I keep going here. I think we have a new arrival right there. Were they there just a second ago? So I was wrong. Today is the 11th. The 11th of June. Let's see, do I have any service at all to be able to look at marine traffic? Does look like they are moving, though. Bring her back here. There we go. I'm imagining, since they're unloading, that the Oberstar took some kind of damage. I've not heard any official word or anything, but that's just my bit of speculation. So hopefully it's not much. Hopefully it's something they can take care of and get everyone on back underway. The Oberstar is one of those ships I always like hearing on the radio. See them come through. Same with the Kaye E Barker. Some dual interlake butts right there. All right, well, I guess there's not a whole lot more to show here from the end of 9 Mile Road in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. I think I will bring you back, though, to the phone here really quick because, well, Argo's with me, but the windows are up in the truck because there's quite a few mosquitoes out here. I didn't want him getting, you know, ate up while I was busy yammering, you know. So I'll bring you back here. Well, just right. See, and there we go. You can see what I'm looking at. I'm going to be very careful. I don't know if you can see the mosquitoes buzzing around. And I don't think it's too precarious up there. But this is a whole pile of money standing there. But there we go. Come on. There he is. We'll let him have a few sniffs. And a few minutes of freedom here. So, right, dog? The best ship sniffing dog. Ooh, and a whole lot of mosquitoes. And some really cool ships. You can't even see. There we go. Thanks for joining Argo and I. Get something a little bit different. You know, I like doing that. And we'll be back real soon, won't we, dog? Right, dog? He's looking for somewhere to pee.